Nuno Espírito Santo is a Red and takes the reign at Nottingham Forest. Welcome to your latest news. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are. Hope you're well, and welcome to your latest Nottingham Forest transfer news. And we can now confirm that Nuno is in charge. Nuno has been officially appointed by Nottingham Forest on a 2.5-year deal and has immediately taken to the training pitch and is in charge. And it's still, it's been a whirlwind 24 hours. In fact, it's been so whirlwindy. Let's just take a quick second, take a breather, hit that like button if you haven't already, subscribe to Forest Fan TV, and let's get into this video. So at 9:45 a.m, the club officially confirmed what we already knew and have been telling you, that Nuno is in charge. And they've released an official statement, and I'll quickly read it out for you now. Nottingham Forest can confirm today the appointment of Nuno Espírito Santo as first team coach. And the wording there is very important. We'll come back to that in a second. Nuno joins the club on a 2.5-year contract and will take charge of his first match on Saturday when Forest face Bournemouth at the City Ground. The 49-year-old arrives with a wealth of experience, having managed over 460 games in his career, including in the Premier League, La Liga, Champions League, and Europa Cup. Nuno began his managerial career at Rio Ave, guiding the Portuguese side to 2 cup finals, qualification for Europa League for the first time in their history before taking charge of Valencia in 2014. He steered the Spanish outfit to Champions League football with a 4th place finish in La Liga in 2014-2015 before spending a year in charge of Porto, where he won 27 out of his 49 games at the helm. A move to England came in 2017 as Nuno took charge of Wolverhampton Wanderers. In his 4 seasons at Molineux, he led Wolves into the Premier League, winning the Sky Bet Championship title before achieving successive 7th place finishes in their first 2 seasons back in the top flight. Nuno also led Wolves into Europe, guiding them to quarterfinals in the Europa League in the 1920 season, with his departure in 2021 bringing an end to an impressive tenure in the West Midlands. After a spell in charge of Tottenham during 21-22 campaign, Nuno arrived at the City Ground, having most recently managed in Saudi Arabia with Al Ittihad, where he led the club to League and Domestic Cup honours last season. The new head coach will take charge of this first training session with the squad this morning as they prepare for Saturday's Premier League fixture, a fixture when the Reds host Bournemouth at the City Ground at 3 p.m. So, very interesting there, obviously quite a formal club statement. But the key thing I want to pick up on is this word head coach, which really is what I think Marinakis wanted. You don't want the manager, you want a head coach. Why? Because it still means that the power stays with Marinakis, that Marinakis is able to have a recruitment team and they can get, say, the players in and everything like that. It's very small details like this that are worth picking up on. And Nuno has been a head coach before and he's comfortable within this role. And what will Nuno bring? Well, we've got a whole video coming out for you shortly where we talk to our mate Dave, where we'll explain to you, well, he will explain to you how they feel about Nuno. And I would really urge you guys to watch it, especially those of you who are still feeling maybe some pain for the departure of Steve Cooper, because a lot of what we're hearing about is how Steve Cooper got Nottingham, got the city, etc. And I posed that question to Dave, and I think the answer may surprise 1 or 2 of you. But what do I expect from Nuno? I expect someone to come in and I'm hoping hit the ground running quickly. I think he's got a really tough job ahead of him. If you look at our next few matches, we've obviously got Bournemouth this weekend, then we follow that away to Newcastle, Man United, and then after the new year, Brentford, FA Cup, and of course, Arsenal. It's a tough set of fixtures, but this is the Premier League, and this is what we wanted. This is what we expected. Tough games, week in, week out. And Nuno will revel in this. He's a disciplinarian. What really interests me is that he likes a small squad. And I think that might be another key reason why he got appointed. Because currently Forest have what? Such an overbloated squad, maybe 40, 45 players on the book still. And what Nuno likes to do is work with a team that's maybe somewhere between 20 to 18 players. Excuse me. And what's really interesting, again, I won't spoil it because it's coming up on the next video, is the medical injury record that teams have under him. It's almost exemplary. And we can't say that with Forest, can we? He won't risk injured players. His medical staff, if he brings them in, are absolutely top notch. And he runs a real professional tight ship. And the real question is, how are Bolly and Morgan Gibbs-White going to react to him? Because obviously they've worked with him before. Well, the relationship between him and Bolly is fantastic. They really like each other. They enjoyed working together. With Morgan Gibbs-White, obviously Nuno is the man that shipped him off on loan, most recently while he was there to Sheffield United, etc. So I think Morgan Gibbs-White may have a point to prove to Nuno, and I think that can only benefit us. Now, the appointment of the contract is for 2.5 years. And I don't mind this. I don't mind this because, you know, giving managers 4-year contracts, etc., is only going to cost us if they ever have to leave. But the most important thing for me right now is that we get behind Nuno. In a horrible way, Steve Cooper, and I don't mean it in a horrible way, but I'm saying looking at it in a horrible way, Steve Cooper is now and has to be in the rearview mirror. We have to look forward as a fan base. And honestly, I'm getting quite excited by this. I'm hearing really good things from Nuno. We got some tactical videos coming out for you guys on him. I'm hoping by the time we get to the Bournemouth match, we'll have got you guys so up to speed on Nuno that you guys will almost be able to predict what team he's going to put out come Saturday. So, quick bit of news there for you. I'm going to put the other video out very shortly with our mate Dave from Always Wolves. I really urge you to watch that to get an insider's track onto how Wolves felt about him. Now, remember, we had Dave on before when Lopetegui was being linked, and he was a massive no on him and he lost respect for him, etc. Little spoiler alert, it's completely different when it comes to Nuno. They have nothing but love, respect. And the M word, the Messiah word, gets bandied around in that Wolves side of the Midlands. So, quick update there for you. Nuno officially confirmed as the new Forest head coach. Get your thoughts in down below. For those of you who maybe were like, about him yesterday, are you slightly warming to him yet? Let me know. We'll see you very shortly on the next video. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And as always, come on you Reds.